This show's called Drewz Viewz. I'm doing Car Tuesday with Steven Universe, so check it out, okay? Now people love the verse, like, subscribe even. Now let's sit back and watch me watch it. Steven! Hey, we got Drewz Viewz here, back in the building for Car Tuesday, reacting to cartoons on a Tuesday, Steven Universe Season 2, and today I'm up to episode 14 and 15 of said Season 2. I said back in the building, I'm actually in the bunker today. I'm hiding out, I'm like Peridot hiding out from the CGs. You might hear some dog noise. There's dogs outside the bunker, so you can ignore that if you do. I'm hiding out, I guess, also from these damn copyright claimants that keep shutting me down on the YouTube here. So, kind of mentioned it last time. If my last video got blocked again in the U.S. or anywhere else, I would have to switch permanently to just putting the intro and recap on the YouTube with a link to, like, for now, doing daily motion for the actual reaction, which is going to be the case for this video and probably going forward, because it's just more extra work for me to deal with getting it blocked and then having to chop it off. I'm just going to start from the fact, even though it's not really what I wanted to do. That dog agrees with me, but, you know, what can I do? So, in any event, last time on SU Season 2, we still got a lot of friction between this Team CG here, Steven and the Crystal Gems, due to a few episodes ago, Pearl's actions with the Garnet fusion. Garnet got really upset, so upset in fact that her being a fusion herself split off into Ruby and Sapphire for the first time in a while. Last time in the Keystone Motel episode, we found out Keystone is the name of the state apparently. Steven, Gregan took Steven there and Garnet tagged along. Ruby and Sapphire devolved from that. They were mad at each other. Ruby wanted to she's just the hot-tempered one, wanted to be mad at Pearl, and then Sapphire was coming from the perspective of she just wanted to, using her future vision, which I guess is Sapphire's specific power. She knew they were going to have to forgive Pearl anyway, so she just wanted to get along with it. That was the source of the friction. Then Steven got upset, so then Garnet came back together. Now, I did say last time was a little easy fix, and I kind of amended a little bit. Watching back on the review that I cut together, or the reaction, when editing, I realized I think my issue wasn't that it was too easy, because again, it is like, I do want the storyline to wrap up within the 11 or 10 minute episode, whatever it is, like the storyline of the week type of thing. So that makes sense to wrap it up. I just think what I didn't like was Steven doing it was kind of making allusion to like a divorced parents or something. Like Steven's like, is it my fault, whatever. But I didn't really like that, because I didn't think it's like, Steven should know it. He would know it's not his fault. Like, he was there, he saw everything that happened. It was directly Pearl's fault. So and then it's a whole other issue with this fusion, how Garnet feels about it. But I don't think he would have really, I understand he was upset over everything that's been going down in the household, but I don't think he would actually have thought it was really his fault. So that's kind of where I came down on that episode, even though I did like seeing Ruby and Sapphire again together, and a good Greg episode too, and everything like that. Then in the second one last time, we had Onion Friend, so not necessarily my favorite character. He's a little too weird, but at least he revealed maybe he's not a complete villain like I was maybe suspecting. He did kind of apologize in a roundabout way to Steven for the episode last season with the guys. And more interestingly, though, we learned about Vidalia, his mom, used to be old friends with Amethyst, and then Amethyst was venting a little bit to her, so we got her perspective on how she feels about what else is going down at the house now, too, with the team. So that was cool. I like that. So yeah, Sour Cream is the stepdad, he's the stepson of Onion's father, and then Vidalia is the mom of both of them apparently. So that's good stuff there. And yeah, I'm ready to go ahead and get into episode 14 here. Let's see what we got. Alright, so yeah, this is the episode that needed to be had. Like I said, I did think they were actually going to finally capture her there, but they made a big step in the right direction. Peridot's definitely more of like a cartoonish villain or antagonist for sure. I'm assuming whenever we meet Yellow Diamond, that's going to be more of the serious villain, but we shall see. But anyway, so it literally was like the last 3 episodes were a little bit of a Garnet focus, Amethyst focus, Pearl focus. Now it's the team focus, specifically with Pearl and Garnet making up. And it's interesting to say that Pearl feels so weak, I guess. I mean, because she does seem confident most of the time, but it might be a little bit of a thing where she's kind of like a know-it-all and things like that. Maybe she's really insecure, I guess, about her abilities, and then tries to act like she knows what's going on all the time. So maybe that's where they're going with that one. And of course, we already know how Garnet feels with her fusion and being torn apart the other episode and everything like that. So I think that it's a logical, and there's also a logical conclusion that they would need to get back into. I really should be knowing these names. That's one thing I'm struggling to remember, but the Garnet Pearl fusion, it's something X, like YX or something, but Sardonyx, that's what it is, I believe. So it makes sense that they have to get back into Sardonyx to extricate themselves from the situation there, and that's the way it goes. And Pearl says, like, oh, only if you're okay with it. So it really was, it is like the whole consent issue, of course, is what Garnet had the most problem with, and rightfully so. But yeah, like Amethyst sigh of relief there. I'm sure Steven is happy about this too now, so we shall see where this goes. I guess that was kind of like a whole little arc for the middle of season 2 here. Now I would assume we're going to get more into combating the villains, as I'm calling them here, or the antagonists. So I would assume they're still, I guess, looking out for the Lapis Jasper fusion. I'm assuming that'll probably pop back up by the end of the season, but meantime, gotta track down the rest of Peridot here, and I would assume that's going to lead to Yellow Diamond or whoever else coming down or making contact in some way by the end of the season here. So that would be that. And yeah, Steven, good to see Steven being extra competent this episode. He was he brought the shield out 3 times, like he said. He's doing a pretty good job there, so he's definitely growing as well with his powers and his fighting abilities. So yes, that should prepare him for the future. And yes, like the first episode stated, the characters need to struggle. So we've got one big struggle over, and we'll see what greets them next. Anyway, that's going to be Drewz Viewz this episode from the bunker. I'll be back next Car Tuesday for episodes, what would it be, 15 that was 15, episodes 16 and 17 of SU Season 2, The Verse, as I like to call it. Join me back that time, won't you? Please do subscribe to the channel if you like it. Feel free to leave a comment with your thoughts or discussion points you'd like me to go over, or anything like that. And I'll see you back next time. In the meantime, I'm out of here. Peace.